Long time no see. Welcome to the very last inspirational speech. My name is Ngọc Anh, and it's always my honor to be here to share with you my point of view. So before getting started, let me tell you a story. A young man asks, "Why you are eating that fish?" And the man says, "Because I love fish." "You love the fish, that's why you took it out of the water and kill it and boil it?" "Don't tell me that you love the fish. You love yourself. And because the fish tastes good to you, that's why you took it out of the water and kill it and boil it." So much of love is fish love. And so a young man and young woman fall in love with each other. What does that mean? That means that the young man felt in this woman someone who could provide him with all his physical and emotional needs. And the woman felt in this man that she can write that was love. But each one is looking out for their own needs. It's not for love each other. As the person become a vehicle for someone's gratification. And when it comes to true love, a lot of people believe in it. Some who mocked it, some who deride it, and even some put all their bets on its existence. True love, that elusive, everlasting romance that keep two people together all their lives, through all the ups and downs, trials and tribulation. But what is true love really, and how can it be achieved? What makes the difference between a difficult relationship with laughter and kisses, and a relationship that stands the test of time, bonding to individuals for decades? It's no insult to have to acknowledge that even though we inhabit in a culture shock with romanticism, we have problems understanding love. And even though we had plenty of crushes, we heard plenty of songs related to love, we are still taking our first step towards grasping what love might actually be. From scientific perspective, it could be conclusively proved that there is a significant neurological aspect involved with intense love, and this is proven in two ways: our brain chemicals and neurotransmitter, and the activity of the brain. Several neurotransmitter and hormones have been found to have direct relationship with specific moods, reaction related to love. These include: Number 1. Serotonin. Serotonin increases the intensity of your current mood, making love feel even greater and more significant. Number 2. Oxytocin. Oxytocin is known as the biological basis for feelings of love and romance. Oxytocin is generally released during physical intimacy, leading to greater feelings of attachment. 3. Vasopressin. Vasopressin is believed to work hand in hand with oxytocin, increasing the feelings of attachment to partners of physical intimacy. 4. Dopamine. Dopamine is related to feelings of reward and desire, leading to the brain feeling pleasured and satisfied when rewarded with intimacy by your partner. And finally, norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter typically released in the brain during moments of anxiety related to love, leading to physical manifestations such as a weakened heartbeat and sweaty palms. What this shows is that there are proven physical ways that brain can be manipulated into falling in love with another individual. This means that true love is simply a combination of required trigger set of neurotransmitter and hormones working harmoniously at the right moments? Not exactly. All it proves is that there are biological factors involved behind our emotions and feelings. In fact, many long-term researchers studying true love and long-term relationships have come to an intriguing conclusion that people who believe that true love is destined are less likely to achieve it. There are essentially two schools of thoughts when it comes to the idea of long-lasting love. Some people who believe in soulmate, believing that the destiny of our relationship is predetermined and the goal of each individual is to seek out and find the perfect person who were meant to be with if they want to achieve ultimate happiness. And other people who do not believe in soulmate and believe instead in the power of working it out. These people care more about preserving their relationship and finding solutions to complicated problems that may arise between them and their partner. We all fall in one of two categories, each of which has its own scale. You may very strongly believe in soulmate, or you just slightly believe in soulmates, and you may very strongly believe in the power of working it out with your partner, or not so much. In a series of studies performed over several years by various universities and researchers, it was found that people who believe in soulmate and destiny are those who less likely to end up happy and long-term relationships. The most significant issues found by researchers is that those who believe true love coming from soulmate are their unwillingness to persevere with their partner through tough times, and when their relationships start to fizzle out, they convince themselves that their partner isn't their soulmate, and they end up fall out of love instead of trying to put more effort in it. They believe that seeing a soulmate exists is simply waiting to be found. Any relationship doesn't feel perfect, and it is no longer worth their time, their effort, thus should not be given any value. That relationship is not true love. Indeed, true love is considered to embrace 5 key constituent ingredients. Number 1. Charity. Love means above anything else benevolence, gentleness towards what is failed, disgraced, broken, unappealing, angry, and foul in other people and in ourselves. Love isn't about an admiration for strength. It's about directing sympathy. Anyone can express interest in perfection. To love is to devote an active charity toward the mistake and aberration. One day, we will all require the charity of others. In one way or another, we'll be on our knees, and we will need someone to look past our evident failings in a tender search of our deeply hidden merits. Number 2. Kindness. There are so many fighters for social justice, so many people determined to make a better world. They denounce their enemies, they feel certain of their cause, but along the way they have faithful habit of forgetting to be kind. In their denunciation of the evils of others, there is precious little mercy, humility, tenderness, or grace. It's not enough to be right or just. To be kind is to know that everyone, even sinners, and in a way especially sinners, deserve ongoing sympathy and mercy. It's never simply because someone is wrong that we have any right to cease showing them the greatest kindness. Number 3. Forgiveness. To forgive is to know that we are in our way as guilty as the next person. Given that we all are, we have no option but to cut each other some slack. Of course, we've failed and been hasty and less than admirable, but that's no reason forever to withhold love. We learn to forgive when we are no longer self-righteous. That is, when we're brave enough to fathom the darkest sections of our own hearts. Number 4. Loyalty. To love means being loyal to people. This could be ourselves, even though the ground no longer agrees. Outside the mood may be jeering, but we continue on the same side with steadfastness and unburdened faith. Number 5. Patience. We want others to meet our hopes right now, but true love means giving people the time to mature and develop, to go wrong, to wander in another direction, and not to shout at them, but to give them every chance to grow at their own pace, toward their better selves. We should almost be done with romantic love by now. We should be setting our sights on the challenge of this sort of love. Yet, it's not surprising if we're still on at the beginning. We just start on the path of being human. In a sense, true love is the love of giving, not love of receiving. Thank you.